got a lot more ball into Colin, we would have been obviously a lot better off, but we struggled to get the ball in there.
In the first half especially.
In the first half, things opened up a bit, but even in the second half the lads just weren't as sharp and weren't moving it as quick as we'd probably like, but Colin was very sharp inside as well. Any ball that went in he won or made something of it.
Will you have Richie back for the next day then? Is he coming back for the semi-final?
I have a message already on my phone, so that'll be the first one I'll be ringing as well, to be honest, so hopefully he will be. He's due home over the Christmas as part of his holiday break, so with the match being on the 4th of January, I'm sure he'll be hopefully around for that.
And what do you make of that kind of news situation where you have there's not much of a Christmas there for you by the looks of it?
No, I think for every club that's involved, they're the sacrifices you make, and everyone will look forward to that. For the spectators, it's brilliant because they're eating a Christmas turkey and they're looking forward to the 4th of January. For the players, a little bit more challenging that, especially the inter-county players, that like they don't have a downtime now. That has to keep going, but. I think the length of it going to St Patrick's Day is a big draw on club players, so I think having it over sooner is probably better.
That was a crucial period, Henry, there where James Doyle clipped the outside of the post and then Colin knocked it in straight after, wasn't it?
That was a big turning point, I think, because I think we went straight down and got the goal straight off the back. TJ scored through and Colin finished his net, so and I suppose Mullins were looking for that big score to really even lift them even more, so when that wasn't forthcoming, I said that was a big turning point. I thought just before half time we were starting to turn the screw a little bit. They only scored 1 point in the first half from play, so we felt we were coming in even though we weren't as sharp. A lot of lads were just not getting the ball up the hand as quick as they had, and Mullins with their serious work rate were surrounding us, so but after that I think once we start to tickle on a few points, and obviously the goal then is a big turning point.
I think your last game playing, Henry, was 2 years ago, was it? Were you so, I think, in a defeat for Ballyhale? Like, could you have imagined it would go so well to follow in 2 years? I
know it's very hard to describe because we wouldn't have been anyway fancy to win our club championship last year, 2018. So to be standing here, and that's what I'm saying. There's a bit of a surreal kind of feel around the whole thing because it's like as if, you're expected to win, you win. So when you talk about where we came from, losing that second half of that semi-final by 16 points or whatever it may be, to where we are now, I think it's a testament to the players and a bit of youth, a bit of energy that have came into the team is massive as well.
The club seem to expect it in some ways, do they, to start with success?
I suppose they've been used to 10 Leinster titles now, but as I said, we haven't done back-to-back only once before, which was 8 and 9, so I think it's a brilliant recognition of the players, that the way they hunger, and look at TJ and Colin and Joey and Adrian, they're the ones that are driving it on and they're hurling all year round, so I think when you have players like that, the other lads, it's easier for them to follow.
You've won every championship you've managed in so far. I don't think you've lost the championship yet, have you? You might have lost the championship game, but you've won as manager.
Lost the league championships, so look, it's a bit of a surreal reel, but like I was saying to Richie O'Neill driving up in the bus this morning, like when we passed through Ballyraggett, we played Ballyraggett this year in the first round of the championship. It was a relegation game as well, so if we'd lost that we could have been relegation, so it's just so fickle. Here we are, Leinster champions again. It's amazing the way it goes.
And you're down to your ask already briefly about the 4-week break is now between the semi-final. Are you a fan of that, or do you think it's good for the?
I think it's going to be challenging. We haven't thought about it because all our focus was on now, so that'll happen over the after-match meal and a couple of drinks. We'll be talking about what way we do it. Like, we still have under 21s involved, we still under 19 competitions going. So it is challenging. It is definitely challenging, and I think for the inter-county players especially, they're the ones who do like their Christmas to kind of some way enjoy and rewind. But I do like to think that whoever may be is going to be finished come the 20th of January. So.